Today I'm going to explain in more detail how to actually become aware of already having what you want, while physically not having what you desire yet, so that you can objectify it on the screen of space. So I'm going to quote one of Neville Goddard's lectures called Gifts Bestowed by God, in which he explains in detail how to actually think from your desired state or reality, while physically remaining in your current reality, so that you can shift to that reality in your physical body. So Neville Goddard wanted to go to Barbados to visit his parents, but he did not have any financial means to get there. So he went to his friend and mentor, Abdullah, telling him that he wanted to go to Barbados. This is what he said. So I went to him and I told him the feeling that came over me that I wanted to go to Barbados. And he said to me, "You are in Barbados." Well, that did not make sense to me. I am standing in his place on 72nd Street off Central Park West. That's where he lived. And here I am in his place, and he's telling me that I am in Barbados. He didn't explain what he meant. So as the days went by, I said to him, "Ab, I am no nearer to Barbados than I was when I spoke to you." And he said to me, "If you are in Barbados, you cannot discuss the means of getting to Barbados. You must actually live in Barbados in your imagination, as though you were there, just as if, and view the world from Barbados. If you sleep in Barbados and view the world from Barbados, the means will appear and you will go to Barbados. But as far as I am concerned, you are already in Barbados because you desired it with intensity. All you had to do was simply to enter it. And you enter it now in New York City, even though it is 2,000 miles across water. And you aren't going to walk across water, but you enter Barbados and view the world from it. If you see the world from Barbados, then you have to be in Barbados. He did not explain to me then, but I learned later that man, being all imagination, is wherever he is in imagination, and imagination is the God in man. That is the eternal body of the Lord Jesus Christ, and all things are possible to him. And by him all things were made, and without him was not anything made that was made. That what is now proven was once only imagined. These things I did not know then. He simply talked in the overall picture. But I did my best, and I slept mentally in Barbados, in my mother's home. I looked at the world and saw it from Barbados. I saw New York City 2,000 miles to the north of me. I heard the tropical noises. Well, I put myself into that and felt that my mother and father were in their room, and that my brothers, those who were not yet married, were in the same house. This was now late October. When it came to the end of November, I said to Ab, "Ab, I am no near Barbados." He said, "You are in Barbados." Then he turned his back on me, walked towards his bedroom, and slammed the door, which was not an invitation to follow him, if you understood Ab. He was teaching me a lesson, the lesson of faith. If I am actually sleeping in Barbados, no power in the world could interfere with my journey to Barbados. So on the morning of the 4th of December, I got a letter from my brother Victor. I did not ask him or any member of my family to bring me to Barbados. He wrote a letter and justified the contents in this manner. He said, "We are, a large family, 9 brothers and a sister. We have never been united around our Christmas table at Christmas since we were a family. But this time everyone was present." And he said, "I am enclosing a small little draft, $50. You see, life is nothing more than a hunger. This whole vast world is a hunger, and there are unnumbered states of consciousness from which you and I can view the world to satisfy that hunger. So we get out of one state into another state, and we do it in the same way I went to Barbados, sleeping physically in New York City. In my imagination, I slept in Barbados. And my brother was moved to send me a ticket and justified it by telling me the story of the family who had never been together at Christmas, to make it easy for me to say yes, for I did not request it. I did not ask it. He simply wrote the letter and enclosed a little draft and told me to go and get my ticket. So if you want to be anything, then you view the world from that state. And the world, viewed although subjective, confirms what you are actually seeing and experiencing subjectively. Well, then your hunger has been satisfied. So if I sleep in New York City and still know I am in New York City, I will remain there forever. There will be no change in my world. I had to subjectively appropriate my objective hope. My objective hope was to be in Barbados. So if you want anything, you simply sleep in it as though you had it. The secret of feeling as if it were true, that is the secret. So I must dare to assume that I am that which I would like to be, and sleep in that state, rather than the state that my reason and senses dictate. So the key to shifting states or realities is by becoming intensely aware of already being where you want to be. And you do it by leaving your physical body where it is now and placing your awareness in your imagination where you desire to be, as though you are already there in your physical body, and remain there until you can give it all the tones of reality, or until the feeling of being there reaches its peak. This is how you assume the state of your wish already fulfilled.